So when the Gemara comes along and says, Shaloi Hespedu K'Halocha, it wasn't must be shown K'Halocha, K'Royal, for such a Gadol B'Yisrael, a king of Eretz, of Am Yisrael, but it's written down in the first Perek, with David HaMelech, that he came and he was must be shown. So what's Pshat? Shaloi Hespedu shown K'Halocha. There's a few answers. One of the answers which I saw, that the Pshat Sheloi Hespedu K'Halocha is when a person comes to be must be a person who's a Gadol Torah. You need to be must with someone, so we have to learn from his ways. We have to emulate his ways. With Shaul HaMelech, it's written down with Milchama. Eich noflu giborim v'yovdu kelei Milchama. When it came to Milchama, Shaul was a gibor Milchama. Eich noflu giborim, says David HaMelech, v'yovdu kelei Milchama. When it came to his people, to Benois Am Yisrael, the Pasuk says, Benois Yisrael Shaul bacheno. Benois Yisrael, for Shaul cry. Hamalbishchem shoni madonim hamale adi zahav al levushechem. When it came to Chesed, Shaul did Chesed. But the Maaseh, Sheloi Hespedu Shaul K'Hilchasa, is the Pshat, that not that we did it. It's not a pshat that HaRav Dovid did a hesped on Shaul. There's a whole parak in Dach which brings a hesped. The pshat is that the whole hesped was of his gvura and milchama, was of his chesed, of his midas, of his characteristics, of his perfect personality. On that there was nothing was mentioned in the hesped of David HaMelech. And that's the Maaseh what we have to come this evening. And Baruch Hashem, we've heard from already 2 Rosh HaYeshivas of the special midas of HaRav Neuwirth. The chorus HaToiv that we have in the Shechuna. I must tell you once, I was in Sha'arei Torah next to Kupat Cholim on Purim, and I went downstairs for 11 o'clock in the morning, and I see HaRav Neuwirth coming out. He found it very hard to walk, and he grabbed my hand. I said, can I help the Rav? He says, Ani olecha baita. So, as his derech, everyone who knows, as soon as you hold Rav Neuwirth's hand, he holds your hand, he grabs your hand, and it took us 45 minutes. We stopped in Kol Torah for about 5 minutes. I don't know, I had to do something in one of his rooms. It took us 45 minutes. It was 45 minutes of listening to Chazalim, of listening to the way he looked at the world. Many times we live in a way with a lot of social pressure, but Rav Neuwirth was a person who was above social pressure. 3 feelings when a person approaches the Gadol today. One is, first of all, the awesomeness, the vastness of a Gadol, of his awareness of Torah aspects. When you ask him a question, you can see he's thinking. You have Shas in his mind, he has all the halachas, Arba Chalki Shaloch in his mind, Chazal in his mind, then he gives an answer. That's one aspect of a Gadol. The other hargosh when a person approaches a Gadol is when a person approaches the Gadol, he feels many times a situation where he gets nervous. The greater the person, the more kedusha a person feels when one's in front of a person. That's why one of the answers they give today when you approach a Gadol B'Torah, write down what you need to ask. Because many times you go there and he looks at you and he says, can I, what's your question? You just freeze. So that's another aspect. The third aspect of when a person approaches a Gadol is what's called the ninichut, the serenity, the silence of a Gadol. A Gadol B'Torah, as we know, and everyone knows Gadol B'Torah, we approach and we ask for brothers, is that when we approach a Gadol, he has all the time in the world. On the number of occasions that I approached Rav Neuwirth, it was always a situation where everything was quiet. There's nothing to do. Can I help you? I asked him a number of questions once about Murtalite, that I live on the top floor, and I know that Rav Neuwirth lives on the top floor, and I asked him a kasher, as from Israel, we love the halachas then. And I came to Rav Neuwirth and asked him, what does the Rav write? So he said to me, I write over here. And I read Rav Shermiras Shabbos was in my dear, and he told me to write from here. So Baruch Hashem was mechaber, so I just 1 second. He took out the Mishnah Brura, and he showed me inside. There's the cases of Hilchos Ribis, Tvorim, Meister that he told me himself. But the whole essence of Yehim tonight is to emulate the ways of Rav Neuwirth. Now one can say, as Pshat over here, Shaul was a Gibor Milchama, was a person who made wars. He was a king. How do we emulate Shaul? Things which he did for Am Yisrael. So one can say to Rav Neuwirth, there's a mikvah over here which he built. I can't build a mikvah. There's an Eruv. There's yeshivas. There's a tashba. What's my connection with Rav Neuwirth? He's a person who builds empires. I'm a regular person. What do I get out of it? But if a person realizes the whole Torah of the hesped is not to speak about the great actions and deeds that the Gadol did, but to emulate the midas, the feinkeit, the personality, the perfectness, the impeccable behavior of God in every situation, then a person will come out realizing that the whole essence of our Hespedim tonight is that we should know that we have to come out of here with something in our hands. And one of the things which I've been hearing all the time is the Anova of Rav Neuwirth. Everyone who knows him, as the Rabbanim previously mentioned, the way he dressed, the way he walked. Straight after Leil Shabbos, after the davening, everyone goes to their houses. He was running around to this almona, to this almona, to this almona. Everything kuloy covered, but not inside a cover about the Anova that he had. The Maaseh, I felt that the whole meaning of doing something for the English-speaking audience is because, as I said, Rav Neuwirth, we have a tremendous HaRav Dovid Behar. It's something, as we saw in this week's parasha of Moshe Rabbeinu, that we asked, the question we asked, we spoke about it on Shabbos, why is it that Kadosh Baruch Hu, when he told Moshe Rabbeinu to go and fight the Gideon Mikvah Nikmas Hashem, why is it that Moshe Rabbeinu passed that order, that sivui, to Pinchas ben Elazar? Why did he do it himself? Why did the mitzvah boy tell Mishluchoi? Shliach Adam Kemoisoi, but it's the mitzvah boy tell Mishluchoi. So what is it when Moshe Rabbeinu was mitzvah from HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Nikmas Midyonim, they had to find the Midyonim, he gave it to Pinchas ben Elazar. So Rashi states over there, the similar question, why did he ask Elazar, why was Pinchas? Because Pinchas started the mitzvah. Misha must the mitzvah, Amr not more. You started the mitzvah, Pinchas. Finish off the mitzvah. And the other pshat, which is very well known, was the Edom of HaKoros HaToiv. That since Moshe Rabbeinu, since when he ran away from Paroi, he went to Midian, and he stayed there for years and years till the snare, till the burning bush. So Moshe Rabbeinu felt, how can I, as a person who received from Midian, as Rabbi Leiv Chazman said, it was indirectly. He didn't get any special services, they didn't go out of his way for him. But the fact that he was there, the fact that he was in Midian, so that's not HaKoros HaToiv. That's why Moshe Rabbeinu passed it to Pinchas. We too, as residents, and I'm speaking on behalf of the yeshiva, and as being a resident in Bayit Vegan for many years, we have HaKoros HaToiv, a tremendous HaKoros HaToiv to Rav Neuwirth, Zeichet Tzadik B'Livrocha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give us that he should be a Meidin Yeshua of Am Yisrael, and Uval Yisrael God, Rabbeinu.